Hello, everybody. How y'all doing on this Wednesday afternoon? I hope you're doing well. So, yeah, I'm obviously back in my room doing my video. But yeah, and I decided this morning not to do my exercises and so forth. My sugar was a little bit low. And then at one point, my glucometer, because I got one of those that has the sensors basically, okay? Um, and yeah, all of a sudden it started going off, yelling at me, "Oh, you have a low glucose reading," and I checked it, and yeah, I was 59. A little bit low. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing my exercise and so forth today. I'll just go ahead and skip it. It's probably a good idea anyway because I have been having issues with my one elbow right here. It's really been bothering me. I mean, it has been for several months, but here lately it's been really bad. So yeah, I when I saw the primary yesterday, she checked it out and so forth. It's definitely in the joint. So she ordered some x-rays to be done, see what's going on, see if maybe I've developed basically what sort of arthritis I've developed, if it's just regular arthritis or rheumatoid or whatever. She said that now, of course, that I'm a diabetic. I'm more prone to autoimmune disorders, so on and so forth. And it's a good idea to have it checked out just in case. It might not be arthritis or whatever, but we're both thinking the same thing. It's probably arthritis, but I'm also at a higher risk for rheumatoid arthritis now. So, okay, yeah. I just love living with diabetes now. For those of you who don't know, I was diagnosed type 1 diabetic a couple months ago. I was in the hospital and everything. So, yeah, it's been a bit of an adjustment. So, yeah, I know. Crazy. So, anyway, yeah. But anyway, enough about all of that. What I really wanted to talk to you all about is intuition. And it's related to something that happened with me last night, and the reason why I do these videos, or one of the reasons why I do these videos, so that way, I keep having issues with my microphone here. It just won't stand still. I think it got a little too intoxicated. What the heck? There, let's try that. So yeah, basically, the reason why I do these videos is to try and help people, to help us all get some balance in our lives, with knowing where our energies are going and so on and so forth, to help us get some balance in our lives. So that way, we can build our intuition, build our spiritual gifts, so on and so forth, okay? Or just to have a much calmer life, period. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm very happy. Excuse me, happy that I've been down this journey and that I do have a really good connection with my guides and spirit and so forth now because of situations like what happened last night. For those of you who don't know, I also moonlight. Basically, it's my only source of income. I'm a rideshare driver. Okay, I've been doing it for almost 6 years here, and I also used to be a cab driver, which I did do for 6 years. So anyway, yeah, I had at one point I had decided, it was about midway through, I dropped off my passenger, and I was like, you know what, I need to run use the restroom a minute. So I went offline, and I was out on the east side. This area that's basically Boulder Highway. It's known as the Boulder Strip. The reason why is because there's a bunch of hotel casinos out there. So I decided to stop off at one of those. And I parked my car, and as I was walking in, it wasn't the main entrance, it was one of the side entrances. As I was walking in, there was a group of people there, and when I was walking in, I got that funny feeling like I was being watched or whatever, but I didn't look, because I figured, okay, I'm going in, doing my own thing. So I went in and everything, and I walked into the restroom. It was me and two other people. They both walked out, and then somebody else came in to use the restroom. Then all of a sudden, this other lady walks in, and she starts pounding on my door. And I'm like, and she's yelling at me, "Ma'am, there's these two guys, gentlemen out here who are waiting for you." And the other lady who was also using the restroom, she pipes up and says, ma'am, there's no, I don't have anybody out there waiting for me. And the lady who's doing the pounding yells at her basically and tells her, mind your own business. Nobody's talking to you. And then she's pounding on my door again, telling me these gentlemen out here are waiting on you and this and that and everything. And I just told her right up, ma'am, I ain't got nobody waiting on me either. Oh, okay. And then walks out. And during that time, I mean, it was like, why? I mean, instead of coming in and just yelling, saying that, hey, is there anybody in here that has gentlemen, waiting for you? That, she specifically chose my door and was yelling at somebody else to mind their own business, like it was my business. So I felt like the whole time, between the situation outside and then this here, I felt like I was being a mark. Basically being a target for something. So I just kind of hung out in there for a little bit and everything, and I figured, if push came to shove, I could find security, and maybe they could walk me to my car or whatever, or if the issue persisted or whatever, I could always just get on the phone, call the front desk and be like, hey, look, I'm in the bathroom. Can you send somebody over here? if it came to that, because it was a very odd sort of situation. Like I said, I felt like I was being a mark. Quite possibly, maybe they thought that maybe they could jump me, maybe, with being an Uber driver, maybe that, because I have, the decal in my window or what have you. Maybe they thought they could get some quick cash. Maybe they could try and carjack, my car. Good luck with that, seeing as how it's a stick shift. Not too many people know how to drive sticks anymore. So yeah, I just kind of felt that way, that I was being a target. Fortunately, obviously, nothing happened or anything. But if it wasn't for the fact that my intuition was kicking in to very high gear at that moment, it's very possible that I could have just caved and been naive and be like, oh, why are you looking for me? And then possibly would have wound up being jumped. Especially since I do look very young. I had my hair in pigtails last night. I probably, I know that a lot of people mistake me for being in my 20s, which I'm not. I'm pushing 50, unbelievably. I'm going to be 49 later on this year. So yeah, if it wasn't for my intuition, and my years of experience, with working with this sort of element and so forth, not just, with being in the transportation industry and all this sort of stuff, it's very, I could have very easily have caved. Been the naive sort of person and been like, oh, what's going on out here? Maybe I should check this out. No. So yeah, building your intuition, building that development can wind up actually saving your life. It isn't just a matter of, oh, well, look at me, I have these wonderful gifts and everything. I can read cards and no, it's beyond that. This is something that can actually wind up saving your life in situations, by being in touch with your guides and so forth, getting those messages in right away and so forth, and following, knowing where your trigger areas are in your body, where your intuition will trigger certain feelings, reactions, or what have you. By being in tune with that, it can wind up helping you in the long run, possibly saving your life even. Okay, so that's the message that I really wanted to impart on to you guys. And of course, yeah, you got a wonderful rideshare story, and also just to remind you, ride sharing isn't always all fun and games. It is a job. Okay, it is work. Okay, and it can be very dangerous. Also, you are a target all the time, not just with people like that, but also law enforcement, looking to write you citations and so on and so forth. Okay, so anyway, if you like this message, please hit that like button. Also, if you like the content coming out of this channel, subscribe, hit those notification buttons, and please share. Okay, talk to you all this afternoon. Love you.